Whether you're looking for answers to specific life questions or seeking to become the best version of you possible, welcome to the Mental Breakdown and Psychreg podcast, where we offer insight, information, and strategies based upon research and years of practice as clinical psychologists. So sit back, have a listen, and get connected with our hosts, Dr. Berney Wilkinson and Dr. Richard Marshall. Welcome back. Richard, today we're going to talk about something that is not in your wheelhouse.
Oh, well then I'm going to take my glasses off.
All right. We're going to talk about apps today.
Oh, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You can ask,
why are you doing this?
What is an app?
No, I know what an app is.
You do?
I just can't get into them.
No, I didn't say nap. I know you know what a nap is. I said app. We're going to talk about apps for anxiety. And we're going to talk about three big ones that I've used and that I've recommended to my patients before. And yeah.
Just wait, I haven't recovered yet.
You haven't recovered? Well, you'll get there.
So, does anybody know how many apps are out there? Has anybody ever done an app count? Like a head count?
That illustrates my point exactly.
Do you know?
Why would anybody count?
What? I thought, I know about apps. I know there are many.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted, has anybody ever done an app count?
Well, I'm sure that Apple has a count of how many apps are available on their.
Is it only Apple who does apps?
No, there's
anybody
others.
can do an app.
Yeah.
But they all have to go through Apple.
No.
App is short for application, not Apple.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I don't go into apps is because every time I try to, my password doesn't work. It doesn't. Honest to God. I'll show you as soon as we're finished with this.
Oh boy.
But I do like this concept.
Mm-hmm. You like the idea.
I like the idea
of an app
that a patient can pick up a cell phone and get an app that might help.
Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
You're laughing at me.
I love this topic. All right, so there's a few that we're going to talk about. One is Headspace. Headspace is a very common or commonly used app. It's available. You can get it for free. And there's a lot of different ways that you can use it. It offers strategies.
It's amazing to me that... No, I'm thinking, how is it free? See, that was one of the things that always... I thought, how can this be free? So there has to be advertising on it. There has to be some way to generate income. Nobody will do this for free.
Well,
people don't. I mean, you don't have like the seven dwarves are building apps somewhere in a woods in a forest.
Yeah. It's free, but there's a service that you can subscribe to, where it will offer some additional features and some additional things that you can do. It's at headspace.com. You can go. I just put it up here on the computer for you.
If I have a teenager who wants to use these apps, they frequently don't have disposable income. But this is free, so I can say to them, "It's free. Don't worry about it."
Right. You can.
Of course, they probably already know that because they're teenagers.
That's true. You can sign up for free. There's some aspects of it that are free, but if you want to really get into it, then there's a monthly fee that you would have to pay. Right.
So it's like a lost leader.
Yeah. A what?
Lost leader. The store would advertise, we have a washer and a dryer for $23, and you go into the store and they say, "Oh, we sold our last one, but we have this one for $800. That's just as good."
See,
that's a lost leader, or
right. They
know they're going to take a loss on it, but it gets a customer in the store. And then
right. So see, here is where you can see the different things. So for free, you get the app, you get some different tools and features, and you get sort of level 1 of the app. So it helps you sort of through that first initial.
So that if it helps you, then you can buy the other levels.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well,
so you can give it you can try it out for free,
and if it works,
and see how it goes, and then it's not inexpensive. It's about depending on which level you subscribe at. It's anywhere from $6 to $8 a month that you'll pay if you go for on a yearly basis or a 2-year basis or something like that. What are you trying
forever?
If you want to buy it and have access to it forever, yes, you can buy it for that for $420. But that probably wouldn't be a good
not a good deal.
investment.
Right. I'd do it a year at a time.
You can even go monthly if it's getting up to that, but that's a little bit more expensive. But it is it's a neat app because it has very cool graphics, and for younger people, it really does well to keep you engaged, because there's little cartoon character like things, and so it's pretty engaging. It's really I have it on my phone. I have not subscribed to the full version, but the initial free level is pretty neat.
So when we're finished with this podcast, we'll you use the word download to my phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we will do.
Can young children use these?
What do you mean young children?
7, 8, 9.
Well,
we frequently see elementary age children who have anxiety.
Probably not at that level, only because it's going to ask questions like, it's going to get you to, how are you feeling now? It's going to sort of send you little tickles to and pushes to ask you how you're feeling and what's going on. So you have to, it monitors you throughout the day, and so you add little things, or you include additional information throughout the day, and so they would have to have their phone with them, and they would have to be able to have access to some of that kind of stuff. So, and that's the case with most of these apps, because when we're talking about anxiety, what we're really doing is we're working to maintain a level of relaxation throughout the day, and so it's going to send you those little push notifications throughout the day, just so that you can see how you're doing at different times, and then it will give you strategies for dealing with it. Okay. So that's Headspace. It is really neat. I like that one a lot. Another one is called Calm, and Calm is is another app that you can get for Apple or Google phones, and it offers some of the same stuff. It also is free. And it has a application that goes on your watch, your Apple Watch, if you have one of those. I'm not sure about the Samsung Watch. I don't know if it will go onto that, but it sort of does some of the same stuff. It's really this one, instead of having sort of the cartoonish characters that are engaging and interactive, this is going to be more like serene scenes, pictures of mountains and the oceans and things like that. But it really has some cool features, because it also it reminds you to breathe, and so it walks you through different processes and activities. It'll have pictures to help you sort of with visualization. It's pretty neat.
What I like about these is we ask our patients to meditate, and if you're not practiced, if you're not good at it, it is hard to stop what you're doing and do all this on your own.
Right.
But these apps actually stop you,
right,
and force you to look at the screen and to listen to the sounds, and so it's a good enhancement,
right,
for what we're asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Patients to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the main one that I wanted to talk about today is one that I just found. It's called Pacifica. And I don't know when it first came out. Well, it says here that it was just updated, but I don't know when the original release date was. But it is a really neat app. Talk about comprehensive. It's very comprehensive, because it looks at not only your current mood, but it looks at your stress level. It assesses your happiness. It gives you opportunity to put in how well you're sleeping, and it provides very specific strategies. It allows you to put in what your goals are.
So it actually does kind of an assessment.
It does. It says what is your goal for using Pacifica, and so you put in your goal, and then it will help you break it up into sort of bite-sized pieces that you can use. You can focus on a daily basis.
So it's really a smart program.
Yeah, and it will ask you, like, at the end of the day, did you accomplish this to work towards your goal? It takes a little bit of time to set up, and so that's maybe the biggest challenge, is that you're going to have to sit down for a little while initially and put in all of that information. You're going to have to take some time to
your personal information.
Right. You know, when you outline what your goals are and some of those kinds of things.
And it's free again.
It's another free one. Yes.
So what people have to do is just use them and find out which one works well.
Right. What Pacifica also has is I think that there's some in-app purchases, and I haven't got to that part yet. Mm-hmm. But it also has, you know, hey, if you're new to meditation, here's a 1-minute meditation. And it will play that meditation for you. And then when you're getting better, here's a 10-minute meditation, and it works your way up. And so it's really nice. It's really well put together. It's just a really smart app.
When computers first were used for instruction, Skinner, B.F. Skinner was, of course, still alive, and he said the thing that's the advantage of a computer is it never loses patience, and it never gets tired, and and that's what these provide.
Right.
They never get tired. They're always there. They're always working, and they always work well.
Right. And what's beautiful about them is that they send you these little push reminders again throughout the day so that you can just monitor.
Right. And especially for people who are just, we've said before, if you're just starting at this, it takes a while to get good at it. Yeah. So this prompts you to use it. Whereas in the beginning, you're not going to prompt yourself, or you're going to say, I should, but I'm busy.
Right.
This will prompt you.
Yeah. And so if you use any of these apps, it's really important to make sure you take the time when you get those little push notifications, you take the time to answer the information, you put in the data, so that it's going to give you some progress monitoring. It even has progress monitoring charts that you can get, and all kinds of stuff. It's really really fantastic. So I really recommend it.
Really slick.
And so I don't. It doesn't have a link to your watch, your wearable device, but I'm sure that's going to be coming.
Anyway.
Well, I think it's probably going to emerge later down the line, because as we are wearing our wearable technology much more often, we're going to have that more often than we're going to have our phones, and so it's going to. And I still have my app idea for anxiety, but we'll have to.
Please.
I haven't talked to you about that one because when I mention it, you say, does app stand for Apple?
No. Don't even talk to me about it.
I won't talk to you about it then. Fine.
Oh.
So, all right.
No. There's enough going on.
But those are just 3 apps. There are tons of other apps out there. There's a couple more that I'm looking into now just because they are... there's one that I just found from a guy in the UK who built this anxiety app that seems to be pretty cool also, but I haven't really been able to get into that one very much yet. And so maybe what we'll do is periodically when we'll kind of review a few of these apps
that are coming out
and come up with some...
And also, I would, again, ask listeners, if you use one and you found it to be particularly helpful, please let us know so we can pass it on to other listeners.
Absolutely, because we can only I can only go through so many apps myself, and you can't go through them because you don't remember your password.
I know my password is not working.
So you can't remember your password.
Let me repeat myself. I know my password. Mm-hmm. My password is not working.
Which means that it's the wrong password. Boom.
Next week we're going to talk about events that occurred before 1980. You won't know anything about it.
I was born.
Yeah.
I started kindergarten.
Yeah, you were a rugrat in 1980.
All right. Is that it?
That's it.
So
I've had enough fun for one day, for one morning. It's okay. There will be plenty of time for revenge.
I love you, Richard.
Revenge of the Sith.
All right, that's it for today. So until next time, I'm going to have to go use my Pacifica app and calm down a little bit after this.
I'm going to get my password fixed.
So until next time, you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and forget to be afraid.